So organisms and populations. So need to see the definition of ecology. Ecology is the study of interaction among organisms and between the organisms and its physical or abiotic environment. Generally, ecology is concerned with the four levels of biological organization, like organisms, that the group of organisms with similar kind of species we call population, group of population called community, and all the communities who are living in a particular area, in a geographical region, we say biome. So organisms and its environment. Let's start with organisms and its environment. Here, this diagram plays a vital role in the examination that we call biome distribution with respect to annual temperature and precipitation. The physiological ecology, you can say ecology at the organism level, we can say the physiological ecology explains how different organisms are adapted to their environments in terms of survival and reproduction. That physiological ecology explains how different organisms are adapted to their environment in terms of survival and reproduction. So, you see here in the graph from NCRT textbook, one side we have mean annual temperature and other side mean annual precipitation in centimeters. Mean annual temperature, mean annual precipitation in centimeter. So, let us try to understand this particular diagram, the phenomena. Okay, you see here, this is a desert. I drawn the desert here. So desert. So desert is given almost in vertical way, isn't it? So how to understand this? We know what happens in the desert. The temperature is going to be high in the desert, isn't it? Then mean annual precipitation, you see here, it is that less than 50 mean annual precipitation. We know the desert rains are comparatively low in the desert. So the temperature is ranges between from 5 degrees centigrade to 23, 24 degrees centigrade. So individually, this diagram will be given over to understand, to ask here what it is likewise. Okay, so that you understand. Let us see the more contrast item here, that for that, a tropical forest. We know in the tropical forest, flora and fauna is going to be very much high. And we discussed that in biodiversity, the temperature in tropical forest is comparatively constant and stable. So that you can see here, that you can see that mean annual temperature is going to be stable. Okay, mean annual temperature. Ranges of precipitation. The mean annual precipitation is ranges between 150 to 400. This is a way to see the graph. Okay, so this is optimum. We used to say that in biodiversity, that in the tropics, 23N to the 23S, that the flora and fauna is going to be that very high. So we got a reason for that. We got a reason that the temperature is almost constant in that particular area, and the mean annual precipitation is high for the tropical forest. Mean annual precipitation is highest among any kind of ecosystem, any kind of biome here, that we say the tropical forest temperature is constant and mean annual precipitation is high. Let us see the remaining one. So grassland. So that if it is given vertical, what you can say, what is constant? That mean annual precipitation, almost the constant. In that way, you have to understand. So you see, this is the grassland. So what are the temperature ranges? 10 to 20 nearby. And what are the mean annual precipitation ranges? Nearly 60 to 200, 250. Likewise, in between. Okay, so you should understand in that particular form. And do remember, in the mean annual precipitation is high, that follows the presence of flora and fauna. If the temperature is optimum, that follows the flora and fauna. So automatically you can see here in the tropical rainforest, we use it to say that flora and fauna is comparatively high and more wide variety. The ranges of species will find there. That because we have to answer that constant atmospheric temperature and high mean annual precipitation. So this is the way to see this, and you have to recognize individually. This is grassland, and this is the temperate forest little better, the after tropical forest that is little better, and the coniferous forest also little better in that way. So that examiner is having a great choice to ask these particular things. You see here arctic and alpine tundra where the temperature is very low. It ranges from -10 to 0, that we know they are covered with ice. So that mean annual precipitation is nearly to the 100, in between the 100 and 150. So all these you have to recognize. You should practice them when it is given individually. So what is this? You should understand that you should recognize them. Tropical rainforest. The mostly they select the contrast items like desert, like tropical rainforest in that way. Okay. So you should understand here this side what is present. Temperature is present. So definitely lower temperatures you can expect here, that in Arctic rainforest. Okay, so that's that we if you are going to analyze, you can do maximum here, but you should follow the diagram. The rotation of the Earth and the tilt of its axis cause annual variations in the temperature and seasons. The major biomes like desert, rainforest, tundra are formed due to these variations and precipitations. That variations of temperature and precipitation form the various kinds of biomes they are saying. Okay, the regional and local variations within a biome lead to the formation of different habitats. Should follow every sentence here, as I already said to you, because of the huge weightage: organism population, biodiversity, ecosystem, environmental issues. That almost all every sentence in earlier the previous papers will find as a question. So let me read then. Regional and local variation within a biome lead to the formation of different habitats. So life
Sir,
exists. Yes, yes.
sir, there is some disturbance in your voice.
In my
Air is going
voice.
into the mic. Yes, sir. Air is going into the mic.
Yeah, wait 1 minute. I'll change the mic. Confirm it now. Is it okay?
No, sir.
No.
Sir,
Is my voice is clear now?
still.